Hello, friends. All right, so here we are on this journey to declutter and get rid of my 10 items every day. And I start in a different corner of the house. I pick an area and then I stick with that. This day I was getting rid of DVDs, and sometimes you don't realize how old they are. My kids are way past this stuff and some of these books. I cleaned out the pet area. They have their own drawers. Of course, I went back to my closet, and I could always fish some things out of my closet. I've got lots of t-shirts in here and some shirts that honestly, they're nice. Either I wore them once or I didn't wear them at all. And I avoided them for some reason. Maybe some of them I had when I was 10 pounds heavier. And, 10 pounds does make a big difference. And when I would wear them, then it just looks sloppy. And so it's time to just get rid of them. So here's a load that's going to the thrift store. And then I've got some more clothes here, and I only donate shoes that still look, pretty wearable, that aren't, falling apart or anything. I've got a iPad cover, some books. I found this in my closet. And then I've got some fake flowers that after a while you're just tired of looking at the same ones and you need, a change. Another day, I've got more clothes. I went through my sweaters, and I have found out I just have like a plethora of sweaters. Sometimes, we don't look and see how much we have. This is another day. Of course, I found more in my closet. I got a hand injury here. Long story. Some jewelry. I have way too much jewelry that I just don't wear anymore. I just got to get rid of it. This is a book of earrings that I carried around for the last 3 homes that we were in. And I just didn't wear these. I have not worn these in forever. And I kept them in here because I thought it would keep them a lot neater if I kept them in a binder instead of hanging up. But what happened was I just ended up not using any of them. But it did keep them nice. So I'm just going to go. I picked out some good things that I liked. These are silver. They're tarnished. I need to clean them up. These are some things I've been looking for a while. And then a really pretty necklace that one of my kids gave me, and so I'm going to keep that. And these really cute earrings I bought from a friend of mine a while back. I really like them. Aren't they cute? I was another friend on YouTube. She made these, and I bought them from her. But the rest of them, everything, this is just going to get donated, this binder, and maybe somebody else will have some fun and find a few little things in there. All right, my name is Kat, and I collect jars. That's one of my downfalls, really. I can always find a reason to use a jar. These ones I like. I'm going to keep the ones that are like the ball jars. But, the stuff that like this, it's like, why, Kat? Why? Just it's okay. Let it go. So I'm going to be cleaning out my glasses here. And so I'm going to be getting rid of these. Of course, I'm not going to donate the jars. Those will just have to go into recycling. But the coffee cups, those are going. And these other little gadgets here, these are going to go. I have 2 sushi roll-up things that I've never used. And this is like a really neat tool. You cut out fruit with this thing. And I have never used it in all the years I've had it. So it's going to find a new home. I've got more books here from the kids area. And then toiletries again that, some of these are going to go in the trash, and some of these that were never ever used, I don't know. My thrift store actually repackages a lot of toiletries that are fresh, and so they might want to do that. I also got this portfolio with the refills here, and I never used it. I had this for over 10 years, and I'm done carrying it around. Went through my closet. I had a lot of scarves that were nice, but I never used them. I always liked this one, but it just was never me. This was just, just wasn't me. And then I've got these. I need a heel, and these are flats, and so I never felt comfortable wearing these. Those are going. I've got several purses that are still usable, but I'm done. I have way too many purses. Another trip to the thrift store. This is another week here. So this is starting to add up. Sometimes, and then also I went through my makeup. Now that's going in the trash, but just stuff that I didn't use. I cleaned out the front closet which has like jackets that nobody uses anymore. So it's time to get rid of those. And guess what? I was trying to collect antique cameras at one time, but they ended up just sitting in boxes. So these are going to have to go. Look, I even have the old flashes. Isn't that funny? But I don't even know where to get film for these things anymore, let alone get them developed. You know what I mean? And they're really neat to have. Maybe somebody would like to collect them, but for me, they're just collecting dust here. So sometimes, the collections have to be gone through and they need to say goodbye. All right, I'm also going through all of my party goods and my Christmas ornaments, and I'm thinking somebody might like these boxes. I've got a ton of gift bags, and believe me, I kept some gift bags, but what I've figured out is that when I have too much of something, it's okay to have less of something and give the rest of it away. I have some artificial flowers here, some picture frames, and this is something I've always really loved, but it's broken. My husband gave this to me at one time. It's a carousel. It's a collectible by Disney, and it plays 30 different songs. I loved it. It lit up, and it reminded me of, a beautiful carousel ride when I was a kid that I always really loved and enjoyed. But for some reason, they don't go up and down anymore, and I don't know how to fix it. So I'm hoping maybe somebody else will be able to fix that and treasure it. I've really treasured it. I wish I knew how to fix things like this. I looked online, and I think eBay's selling them for $275. So I don't know. Anyway, and then let's see. Sometimes the areas that you clean out, it could be small. It doesn't have to be like vases and pictures and furniture. It could just be office supplies. I cleaned out the guest bathroom closet, and these are toiletries I've never used, or I've collected all these, what do you call them, shower caps, things that just weren't used. Look at these. These are those, there's like $4 or $5 for each one of those little hand sanitizer holders from Bath and Body Works. And then all of the, that's all garbage that's going out. And I also found a really cute little shelf that I had stuck in that closet, and I forgot all about it, so I'm probably going to hang that up. Hi guys. Okay, so let's touch base a little bit. First, the hand injury. What happened? Very quickly, I took the kids skating, and somebody bumped into me after about an hour. I was doing great, and then I fell backward. All my weight came down on my thumb, and that jammed it up. I thought I broke it, but thank goodness the x-ray said otherwise. But there's a tendon in here that got strained pretty bad. So I keep it wrapped up. Sometimes I take the wrap off and I try to use it a bit, and it gets really fatigued and I start to really feel the sprain, so I have to put it back on. And so if the thumb moves forward too much or back, it's just, killer. Doctor said about 4 to 6 weeks, keep that on. It should heal just fine. So that's what I'm doing. But anyway, that's why I have it on some of the shots, and some of them I don't. Back to this get rid of 10 things a day challenge. It's going really well. I am finding that there are so many different thought processes that are coming to mind and going through all of these things. I think that if I were to tell myself, you're going to go into this room and a particular room, declutter the whole room, it becomes too much. Not only do I not have the time to do that, but it would shut me down and it would just seem overwhelming. The anxiety would just be too much, and I would never get it done. And so 10 things is, I'm finding, so less intimidating. I mean, they could be as small as, going through my drawer in my bathroom. Here's a couple of hair ties or clippies. Those are 2 things right there. If I have too many of those, it's so easy to go into like your office drawers, your makeup drawers, and just 10 a day. Get rid of things that you're not using, things that are too old, things that you have too much of that maybe you could scale down and give away some things to somebody else, and it won't be too much for you. Because, I realized that I was buying too many staples. I had boxes of staples, and I don't use that many staples. So I got rid of some. And my thrift store will package like a whole bunch of office supplies together and then put one price on that. And so I'm going to give some of those to them and they can do that and move some on. So I just don't want so much stuff, right? And it doesn't always have to be the big stuff, right? Sometimes it's good to get rid of some of those big things. But what I'm finding is that at first I thought, oh, I have to get rid of everything that I see. That's going to be overwhelming for me. But it's not so. You can go into the boxes, into the closets, into the places that you actually can't see. And when you get rid of those things, you never saw it anyway. You don't actually miss it, right? There are a bunch of picture frames that my hubby and I bought when we were first married. And I wouldn't put those picture frames up now because they don't go with anything, and I bought those when we couldn't afford better frames. So if I put those on the walls now, it would look really funky, but yet I put them in boxes with pictures in them thinking that I would deal with them someday, but I knew I didn't want to put the picture frames up on the wall, so then nobody enjoyed the pictures. So now what I'm doing is taking all those pictures out of the frames. I'm going to put all the pictures in an archival album that I can go through, and the picture frames are going toodaloo, going on somewhere else because I don't need them. And so I'm finding out, all these things about why did I do it that way? And all these thought processes are kind of coming out. I'm able, if I do 10 a day, I'm able to deal with the thought processes that go along with number one, why you saved it in the first place and what you really want to save, and also being able to let go of these things and not feel anxiety about it because it's only 10 things, right? So anyway, it's really helping a lot. I hope that you are doing well on your journey. If you are going through this with me and decluttering your house, the getting rid of 10 things a day challenge is really, really helpful. It helps to not hold on to things. And my husband's having a bit of a hard time. He's going through his office, but I notice he puts everything in a box and he still has the box in his office. So he hasn't really parted with anything, but he's working up his courage. My husband's a bit of a pack rat. I don't think he'd mind if I told you that, but anyway, so I think I'm not going to push him. He's going to part with things when he's ready, but for me, this challenge is working really well and I am enjoying it. Every time I take a load over to give it away, I feel a little bit lighter, and I know that if we have to move again, it's going to be that much easier to pack things because I'm not going to be taking around garbage with me, and I'm not going to be taking things that I've been carting around for the last 2 moves, and I'm going to know what I have, which is another thing. I'm finding that there are things that I have been buying multiples of because I didn't know that I actually had this stuff. I didn't know where it was, like the gift bags, like Scotch tape. Oh, for crying out loud. I have a ton of that stuff, but I didn't know where it was. So now I can sort these things, and I have the time to go ahead and put them in clear boxes and put them in better organizational spots where I can find them now. And I know what I have. It's very important to know what you have so you don't waste money buying duplicates of stuff. So anyway, that's an update. Doing well, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you're doing great on your challenge.